As photographers, we're told that we should take photographs with nice detail in the highlights and detail in the shadows. I think that's a lot of rubbish for the sort of photographs that I want to take sometimes. Now, I'm the photographer. I should dictate what detail I have here or there. I'm not taking photographs for other photographers to marvel at or to criticise. I'm taking photographs that I want to take. So, quite often, I don't have detail in my highlights. I don't have detail in my shadows, if that's the sort of image that I'm looking for. Look at these images, these high key images. Many of them don't have detail in the highlights. They don't have detail in the background. They don't have detail in the client's clothing or the model's clothing. They don't often have detail in the skin tone. But the image has achieved the result that I was looking for. It suits my vision. It suits what I was trying to achieve in the first place with my camera and my editing. So don't think that you need to do what other photographers tell you you have to do. These things are opinions. They're all everybody's opinions. My opinion is that you shouldn't take other people's opinions on board. Look at these low-key images. There's no detail in a lot of these black areas. These underexposed areas, because in every image you're going to have some underexposed areas and some overexposed areas. If you do have detail in all parts of your image, often your photograph is boring. I've seen lots of tutorials about photographers, particularly large format photographers, who are very technical and they're very careful to get beautiful detail in all these areas, which for landscape photographers may be more of an issue than for us as portrait photographers. But often these photographs look very boring. They don't have any soul. They don't have any feelings or emotions in them. To me, feelings and emotions in an image are so much more valuable than having a technically perfect image. Now, when I'm shooting, I'm looking for a level of technical expertise. I'm not saying that the technical side of things is not worth pursuing and it's not worth learning. It is. And over the last 45 years of photography, I've learned a lot about the technical side of things and the theory behind things. And I'm glad that I have that. But that gives me a bit of a license to be able to ignore that stuff and to be able to produce images that I want. So all of these images you see here don't have detail in the highlights and the shadows, but what they do have is impact. They have a style, they have a story. I really don't like that word. They have presence. They're images that you might stop scrolling and look at a little bit longer. That's what I'm ultimately looking for, is an image that attracts people, an image that grabs people's eye. Whether I'm shooting for my clients or whether I'm shooting for myself or whether I'm shooting for these YouTube videos and tutorials, I want to get images that are eye-catching. So I plan these images, I execute these images, and I edit these images the way I want them to look. No matter what level of experience you're at, do something that suits yourself. It's great to learn more about photography. I'm not saying throw all of that technical side out. Far be it from me to say that sort of thing, because too many photographers use that as an excuse. They say, oh, breaking the rules is what everybody says you need to do. So this is what I did, and however it turns out, they say that's what I want. Be true to yourself, and don't think that your mistakes can turn into triumphs just because you decide to change your mind about the reasons why you took that photograph and the resulting images that you get. Make sure that you follow through with a concept. Make sure that when you're shooting that things happen for a reason. Now, the other thing I'd like to say is that there's a certain amount of luck involved in every good photograph. No matter what photographers will tell you, there's always a certain amount of luck. Either it be in the timing, in the fleeting expression of the person in the image, or that decisive moment, as Cartier-Bresson used to say. There are a lot of elements involved in a great photograph, and there is a certain amount of luck involved in a lot of them. And I recognise that I've had a lot of lucky images over the years, but you can put yourself in a position to get lucky. So I plan my images, I execute my images, and I edit my images. And I only show the images that I know that I'm happy with all the way through, from concept through to display. I only show the images that I know that I've done a good job with. Don't listen to other photographers all the time. Listen to the people who know what they're talking about and learn from them, but don't think that you have to mimic or copy or justify your photographs on a level that makes other photographers happy. I'll see you next time.